What's going on? Why are you jumping up and down like that? Is walking normally not enough exercise for you? You had to start jumping too?
Kyle, there's something I have to tell you about. Oh my goodness, I can't catch my breath. Kyle, you know that hilltop past the open area behind our villa? Do you know the place I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so, you know how there is a house over there? It looks kind of like an old-fashioned style house? Like an old country home or something like that.
Yeah, the one that looks like it's been over there for over 40 years or something.
Yes, that's the one. It was built in the 80s. It's been gaining a lot of popularity recently. People think it's trendy or something now. Maybe because it looks all old-fashioned and stuff. Anyway, it's up for sale now, and it's being sold for under $200,000.
What? Really?
Yes! And you know how the view of that area is gorgeous, right? You can see the river from up there. And since it's so high up, the air up there is twice as good as it is here. And it has a garden and a swimming pool, too. Isn't that wild?
Can you please talk slower? Why are you telling me all of this like you're in a hurry or something? What's the big deal?
I'm saying we have to buy it, Kyle! Let's buy it! We just have to!
What?
I already went to the real estate agency. I asked them about it, and they said that the owner of the house said they don't feel very hopeful about selling it. They really think no one else wants to buy it. They really don't think there are any people out there that are interested in it for some reason right now. We have to buy it, Kyle.
With what money? The rent for this place isn't even $2,000, and we are barely able to afford that. How can we get another place? What, do you think we should apply for a loan or something? This is all crazy. I'm not doing it.
Wow, this guy. Do you think I don't have any money of my own?
What? What do you mean, money of your own? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have a good bit of money saved up. As a matter of fact, I've been saving up money for a while now. Ever since I was 20 or so. I think this would be a good reason to finally use what I've been saving for all these years.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah, what a lucky guy. You really chose the right girl to get married to.
Well, then why don't we just hold on to that money a little while longer and get a loan and just move to another big city that's close by? It's kind of hard for me to get to and from work every day.
Oh, yeah, right. Let's move to a big city nearby, into a place that's too small for us and not have any space. I would rather die.
I mean, I guess.
I don't ever want to raise kids in a place like that. I would seriously much rather die. Why am I waiting so long to have a baby and save all this money? Because I want to have a future in a nice home that's suitable and comfortable for myself and our future family.
Even still, a whole lot of people live that way.
Yeah, a whole lot of people do live like that. But that doesn't mean that we have to. And I don't want to. I would really much rather die. Listen, Kyle, when I was a kid, we lived really close to our neighbors in a place that was really small. We lived on the first floor of an apartment building near all of these cars. I was constantly breathing in exhaust fumes and had to live with the sound of cars in the background at all times. I never want to live in a place like that or a place that's cramped, with no open spaces, ever again. That really affected me. Why do you think my lungs are so bad now? It's because I lived in a place like that as soon as I was born and stayed there for a big portion of my life. I had to grow up while breathing in exhaust fumes.
Right, so what you're trying to say is you just want to move out of this place?
I don't really know how to start. I have to check first and do some calculating, but I think my savings might be enough to make it work.
Do you really have that much money saved?
I sure do. I've been working hard to figure all of this kind of stuff out. I've saved this much up until now, so I guess I deserve to do something like this, right?
What? But what about me? I'd like to have some money to spend too.
All right, I'll give you some. You can use it and go hang out with your guy friends and stuff. I think I can do that since we're spending money anyway. But I don't think we should keep doing stuff like that a lot because it'd be better to continue saving.
There are only two things that I hate in this world. The first one is some kind of emergency happening during the holidays, and the second one is a thief.
How come my father and I have so much in common?
Anyway, I hate anything even remotely resembling a thief. I even hate it when someone steals something as small as a single pack of gum before the holidays. It's still despicable. I hate it because even I have to work on holidays and days that other people are vacationing.
You are very right. I couldn't agree more.
Why would someone steal someone else's things?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why someone would do that either.
That type of behavior doesn't start out in society. It starts in the home. We have to rip things like that out from the root. Remove them from society. Erase them all. Throw them in the garbage.
We can't have bad examples for our children just out in the world.
Because of people like them, people like us have a hard time. The judge let him walk free just because he showed remorse and because he was a first-time offender. He still committed the crime.
That isn't what makes a good leader, is it, Dad? Good leaders don't have qualities like that.
You are absolutely right, Steve. Qualities like that do not make a good leader at all. I think we should all have a drink.
Okay, but really though, in this beautiful world that we live in, why would someone choose to just steal someone else's belongings? This gentleman was drunk out in the open in broad daylight. He was having a difficult time with his prospective son-in-law.
The holidays are supposed to be a time that you enjoy being with your family. This is all wrong. Situations like this aren't supposed to be happening during this time of year. We are supposed to be spending time with each other and being happy. That's what the holidays are supposed to be about. And that's what we're going to do on this crazy day. Enjoy time with family. Sandy!
Yes, sir?
Don't you agree with everything I was saying? About what the holidays are about and what we're supposed to be doing right now? Were you not even listening to me this whole time?
No, I was listening. I heard every word.
Okay, well then, come over here and have a drink with me. What are you doing all the way over there?
William, Sandy is busy right now. She has to get started on the dishes. Why do you want to drink and goof off with her anyway?
You're saying you're going to make that poor woman do that whole mountain of dishes on her own? What about that good-for-nothing thief? What is he doing now? Where is he?
That thief is working right now, probably.
Whatever. That guy really is something. He is just crazy about money. He's probably the only person on this earth that just chooses to go to work during the holiday season. He's ridiculous. He really is. The little thief.
William, why are you acting like this in front of your family? What is the matter with you? How can you keep calling him that?
It's just a little nickname. I was only joking. Anyway, Martha, can you please help Sandy out with the dishes? I'm sure she's having a really hard time with all of this.
What do you mean she's having a hard time? What's so hard about dishes? It's not like it's that difficult of a task in the first place, and there's not even that many. You're exaggerating, William.
Don't do this, Martha. Not now. Your daughter is getting married soon. Just don't do this. Try putting yourself in her position for a minute.
Oh, what are you worried about? The youngest of the three is living a great life in England right now.
Yeah, and thanks to that, we got to have another son. Steve, let's have another drink.
Yes, sir. Sandy, what are you doing right now? Are you busy? No, not at all. What is it? How much do you plan to give to your sister-in-law for her wedding? I don't know. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. You mean you haven't even thought about it once? Not at all? Well, if I pay with cash, I think it would come off as a little bit insincere or something. I went and asked an expert at a type of service about it. I did a little bit of research about it on the internet, too. Are you talking about a place where you bought your things before? Yeah, that's the place. The one that sells home appliances and stuff. I was wondering if I should try to get her things fixed up a bit. What?
That place? Are you serious? You're talking about that little place that sold you your electronics and all that?
Yeah, that's the place that I'm talking about. Why?
I'm going to be honest with you now. Do you know why no relatives were really invited to your housewarming party that time? None of your aunts or uncles or cousins or anyone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why? Why was that? I just thought you did that on purpose because you thought I would be tired or something. I thought you did that for my sake.
Some of the family members on our side were curious about you and Kyle and your lives as a newlywed couple. I've been keeping this from you for a long time. I haven't told you because I was just waiting for the right timing. I told them all to just not come because it was just too embarrassing. I couldn't take it.
What? What are you talking about? What's embarrassing? What do you mean?
It all just looks like some kind of cheap shop. Everything in your home. You bought everything all at once while they were on sale, didn't you? It shows. You can tell just by looking at it. Right down to the furniture. It's all just so cheap-looking and embarrassing. I can't bear the thought of it, even now. I'm getting chills.
Hold on a second, Martha.
It was just all too embarrassing. I couldn't call anyone. I just couldn't do it. You have all of your makeup in that cheap thing. It makes me wonder what kind of gift you would give your sister-in-law.
Martha, honestly.
What? What is it? Just say it.
She lives in a 700-square-foot villa with 2 bedrooms. I think if I gave her something expensive and flashy and extravagant, it'd be a little excessive.
Excessive? What do you mean excessive?
I have everything that I need in my home, even silverware. We have all of these sets of silverware, and they're pretty suitable for people that are our age. There aren't very many people my age who already have what we have in our home. I've done just as well for myself as anyone else has. That includes furniture. Actually, never mind. We can stop talking about it.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to talk about it anymore either. Anyway, I hope that you end up choosing to give your sister-in-law the proper amount of financial support when the time comes. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
Martha, if you just tell me to pay in cash, I will do it.
Didn't you say not that long ago that you opened up a savings account? Give her a generous amount.
I'm sorry, Martha, but I already have uses for that money. I have plans.
What are you planning to use it for?
Kyle and I actually signed a contract for our house.
You did what? A contract? What house are you talking about?
You know that big old country-style house behind that giant hill in our neighborhood?
Yeah, I know it. The one where you can't even tell what color it is. It's like white or gray or something.
Yep, that's the one.
And where did you get that kind of money?
I used my own money that I saved, plus the savings that I had in that account that you somehow knew about. I made changes in my life. I made some sacrifices. I added some of the money that I was saving here and there by doing so. After doing that for a while, it seemed like we would be able to afford living there. So I went ahead and signed the contract.
Wow, you really are something. That's hilarious.
What do you mean?
I can't believe that you would hide that you have all that money like that. What an awful thing to do. Don't you think you should have at least consulted or had some type of conversation with your in-laws about it before you made a big decision like that? Don't you think you should have talked with the adults of the family first? How could you make a big decision like that without letting your family know about it?
It was pretty urgent, so I just went ahead and signed the contract. I had to act fast. It's a really beautiful place, and it was such a great deal. I was anxious because I thought someone else in our neighborhood was going to buy it first. A lot of people were interested in it.
For something like that, you really have to look at what kind of house it is before you just go and buy it. There's a lot of things that you have to check before you just buy an entire house, Sandy. Buying and selling a house isn't something you do that quickly. You moved way too fast.
You didn't know anything at all, and you just did it. People don't care about things like that these days, Martha. It's really no big deal.
Anyway, you're so arrogant. Just going around doing whatever you want without talking to anyone about it first. I can't believe you.
What do you mean by going around and doing whatever I want? Why would I need to talk to you about it first? It's my money that I earned on my own. It's not like you gave it to me or something. I signed a contract for a house that I chose. A house that I paid for with my own money that I worked hard to earn by myself. I don't see why you're acting this way.
Of the $75,000 of that villa that you paid for, $22,000 of it is my money. It wasn't meant for you to just use however you want.
Martha, I think you're misunderstanding something here. That house was a gift. Even William said that he felt sorry that he couldn't give us more. Do you not remember all of that?
Regardless, William and I worked on that gift for you together.
And I appreciate you both. But that's exactly what it was. A gift. We should be allowed to do whatever we choose with it. It belongs to us now that you gave it away. And the new house is worth over $150,000. And 6 years ago, that money, the $22,000 out of that $75,000 that you brought up, it was rent money. And it was mine. All of the rest of it was loans, but I made sacrifices and changes to my lifestyle and paid it all off. Martha, the price isn't even that high because it's not located in the city. I never could have even dreamed of owning or living in a place like this. It was an amazing deal, so I signed the contract as soon as I got the opportunity. And after we spend a little more money and do some remodeling, it will be even better. It'll be a house we can live in happily for the rest of our lives.
Okay. So when do you plan on moving anyway?
The new villa is still under contract with the original owner, so we are waiting to sign off on it. We might be able to sign that probably early next week. My parents have given me some emergency money to help us cover the cost of some of the things that we might be missing or for whatever we might end up needing. Things can happen. You never know. Not long after that, the house should be fully paid off and remodeled, maybe by the end of next week. I'm going to move in around then.
That place has how many floors? 2.
If you count the attic, it has 3 floors.
How many square feet did you say it is?
There are 2 really big rooms on every floor.
And what about the second floor? Does it have a living room?
Yes, of course it has a living room and plenty of other things. The people who lived there previously were obviously living very well. There is a kitchen and a bathroom on the second floor, which I think makes it a perfect place to start raising children and starting a family of our own. I'm really looking forward to our future in that house. I'm so glad I made the decision to buy it last minute.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Okay, let's just end the conversation here. I don't really need to hear anything else.
Oh, but wait. Martha!
What? What is it?
I can go ahead and give you some money for the wedding gift.
Just wait on that for a while. We can talk about all of that again in a few days. So what you're saying is later the apartment is going to be mine?
Yeah, that's right.
Just think about it, Kyle. Your sister is going to be getting married soon. Are you saying that you are about to start renting a new apartment right now? It's not like I don't have the money to do it. My original moving date ended up being delayed. Either way, just take some time to think about it a bit more, Kyle. This is a really big deal. There's still the money that you have to pay for both places. It's over $500,000 for just the one. If you live there for more than 2 years and then move out again, you'll have to pay. If you multiply 2 years and 2 months by $500 per month, how much is that anyway? For someone who makes the amount of money you make just working a regular job, wouldn't that be pretty hard to just keep your head above water? Aren't you worried about how you'd be able to afford all of this? It doesn't seem like it would work out well. You might have enough money now, but you have to consider the future as well. Sometimes things happen. Raven, why are you in such a hurry to get married anyway? Why next year? What's the rush?
Kyle, I am 33 years old. It's time for me to start thinking about children. It would be better to have a baby now while I'm young.
Kyle, even if you were to have a baby now, 2 years from now, your younger sister will already be gone. At that time, the plan was for the entire villa to be yours. Isn't that right? Isn't that the way all of this is supposed to work? Think about doing something nice for your sister, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. You're the older brother. You haven't been doing older brother things for me lately. You haven't for a long time. It's only for 2 years and 2 months, right? No longer than that. Just think about it.
Fine, all right already. I'll do it. We'll have a discussion about it today.
Okay, Kyle. Now all you have to do is tell me a little in advance. Like 2 days before everything is done and you move in and stuff. I already talked to the real estate agent. I asked them a bunch of questions about the whole thing. The contractor said that everything has to be finished by the middle of next month. All of this works perfectly with my wedding date. It's the best timing. I'm getting married and I already have to move anyway. If everything keeps getting pushed around, everything will all just end up a big mess.
You're saying that like you're the only one in this situation here. You're not the only one who hasn't bought a house. You're not the only one who hasn't gotten married yet. We are both in a difficult spot right now. You're the one who is doing all of this without even saying anything to important people first. What do you think your husband is going to have to say about all of this? How do you think he's going to feel about this whole thing? I really don't think you've thought this whole thing through, Raven. Kyle, what are you saying right now? Why can't you buy a house? What's $80,000? I don't see what you're talking about. Mom, even at that time, that was the bare minimum amount. Right now, we have to be looking at all of this as if they are the person responsible for almost all of the money in this situation. Wow, that's a lot to think about. I don't know how or why you're choosing to calculate it all like that, Kyle. If your wife was able to save up all the money that she has, I don't know how you haven't been able to do the same thing yourself, especially after working for as long as you have. You've been working and earning money for, what, 6 years now? And you still haven't saved much. Even when you've been getting money from me, too. Something seems off here, Kyle. Mom, that's not it at all. I've been managing all of the money well. I promise. Whether you have or haven't been, you don't have it now. You should have been living off of your own money this whole time anyway. I mean, yeah, I guess that would have been the better choice. I know. Needless to say, I'm not saying that one person needs to be trying to take that house here. What I'm trying to say is that someone is going to be living there for 2 whole years, then someone is going to move out. It's not even going to be on the same floor. It's going to be on different floors. You're going to be living separately from each other. It's going to be difficult for you when you are going to and from work every day. You would be able to get a ride from Raven for your morning and evening commutes. You'd have a free ride, and you'd be saving money. You wouldn't have to take public transportation, and you'd be riding with someone you know and who you're comfortable with every single day. Think about how nice that would be. Wouldn't that be much better than how you could be living? Oh yeah, that's true. I guess you're right. We could ride together every day, and I would only really have to compensate her for gas and stuff. And it would be a lot more comfortable than taking the subway or something like that.
Yeah, Kyle. We could ride together every day. I don't mind driving you. I'd take you to work in the mornings and I'd pick you up after work too.
That's right. And Kyle, she really would make an excellent housemate. You already know each other really well. You already know all of each other's living habits and personality traits. It's not like she's just some kind of complete stranger. You'd be sharing your space with someone that you know basically everything about. You'd be able to help each other with all of the moving and share stuff around the house too when it comes to furniture and electronics and all of those kinds of things. And it's not like she's some kind of person who would take off out of nowhere without saying anything and leave you with a bunch of problems. She's someone that you already know that you can trust. It's a win-win situation for both of you. There isn't anyone living on the second floor right now at all. Wow, Mom. Even though you're talking about your own daughter, you're still making a lot of sense. You're making some good points. Even if the thieves take a lot, they'll still leave something behind. It's a good thing they're not taking our stuff.
Oh, Kyle! Sandy, it's me.
Hey, Raven. What's up?
Can you talk on the phone now?
Yeah, sure, Raven. I'm glad to hear from you. I talked to your mom not that long ago. I've been curious about you.
Didn't you say you were moving into that country house?
Yeah, I didn't tell you. Sorry about all of that. I know it would have been better if I had let everyone know ahead of time.
Hey, that's totally okay. I'm sure you forgot or something. I know you're really busy. Things can happen like that sometimes. Hey, Sandy, can I ask you about something?
Yeah, I guess so. What's up? Is everything okay?
Yeah. There's just something I've been thinking about lately. There are some special events coming up. One of them is a birthday. One of them is a wedding.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I guess it kind of slipped my mind. And people have been talking about it.
Yeah, so this time, Sandy, I was wondering about your new house and everything. What about to celebrate you and Kyle moving in? I got your furniture for you. It would be like a gift.
What? Raven, what are you talking about? We have barely even started getting ready for the wedding at all. We still have a lot left to do, and it's not like preparing for a wedding is something easy. And why are you even thinking about spending a large sum of money like that?
What do you mean? I don't understand. We're family now. Can't we give each other gifts? Why does it matter how much it costs? Isn't that what families do? Don't families give gifts to each other? Plus, if we get those things at the same time as the wedding, it can lower the price. There'd be a discount. It wouldn't be too expensive. I can get you a few pieces of furniture. Just accept my gift, okay?
Raven, are you being serious?
What? Do you think I'm just some crazy person who calls you for no reason? Just to talk about things that don't make any sense.
Raven, what are you even talking about?
I'm just trying to get you furniture as a housewarming gift. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to do you a favor. If we didn't exchange some kind of gift, it'd be weird.
Well, now that you put it that way, I guess you're right. You might be onto something.
Yeah, so you can just give me some cash.
I didn't give you anything before because I just didn't know how much would be the right amount. I thought about it for a long time. I was really conflicted about it. And if you're giving me furniture, I'm still pretty unsure about how much it should be. $400 or $1,000 or something like that probably wouldn't be right. I wonder if that's the amount that she's even looking for. What is even happening? It shouldn't be this complicated. She's giving me a housewarming gift, right? So I should probably give her something back. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do. My head is spinning.
Sandy, you can just give me however much you think would be right. Stop worrying about it so much. I'm already grateful.
Yeah, I guess. I can do that. I'll think of something. So anyway, I see you're really using your head when it comes to all of this money and stuff now. Where did you learn how to do all of that? I am pretty impressed.
Hey, Mom, you're a part of all of this too. You're using your head too. We have been working together.
Oh, Raven, can you just imagine how nice it's all going to be? Things are going to be so wonderful for you when you move into that house. You're going to bring in all of that furniture ahead of time, too. Such a great idea. So many things will already be covered after the wedding.
I know, right? We'll be killing multiple birds with one stone. I'll be bringing all of this stuff into Sandy's house as a gift. If I can do all of this right and not make any mistakes, and if everything goes to plan, it's like the perfect crime or something.
You're right.
Then will you go and ask Sandy about my present? About how she can give me the second floor of her place?
Yeah, right. I sure can.
This is so crazy. I'll be getting so much out of all of this if we can pull this off.
Yeah, you're right. I have such a smart daughter.
I can just not use my salary for a while and use just the money from the wedding. I'm going to give her the furniture and then I can get the $8,000 in subsidies. It's so much money.
It really is a lot of money. Who said it was going to be $8,000 anyway? I think that's a little excessive, don't you?
Mom, what are you talking about? I heard from my friends, and when they got married, they told me that they all got around that much money too.
Oh, really? Is that so? People really got that much money. And you might too. That's crazy. By the way, how much is everything going to be altogether?
Maybe if it's around at least 200, it will be fine.
Wow, you're really doing business with people. And how are all of the dates matching up so perfectly? That's amazing. Getting married, remodeling a house. It really is all coming together.
Yeah, and it's a good thing I came here to look at the monthly rent for the apartments and everything without even putting down a deposit. This is the true definition of foresight.
My son-in-law is a really lucky guy. He has truly been blessed. He has no idea how lucky he really is.
Of course! You're right about that!
Why did Raven send me a handwritten card in the mail? I feel kind of uncomfortable.
Sandy, in addition to the built-in closet, there's also a dressing table and a kind of closet for whatever other things you want to put in it. That one should be in the kitchen.
It's all one gift in a giant set.
I don't know if you can tell, but all of these things have been imported from Italy. Isn't that cool? You have really nice furniture now.
Wow. How could you do all of this? Who knows how much this all cost? How am I supposed to feel unburdened by all of this? The built-in closet that she sent is pretty cheap compared to everything else, but all of this furniture together is kind of luxurious. Kyle, you really need to explain yourself here. You didn't even tell me you were going to do this first before you got started. Well, I'm telling you about it right now. I'm putting in another door on the second floor for our new tenant. Raven will be moving in soon. What? Raven? She's moving in with us? So you just decided to do that without telling me about it first? Well, it is our house, isn't it? We can both do whatever we want with it. We are both the owners. I don't see why I can't invite people, especially people in my family, to stay with us. I'm sorry. You seem to not have things right here. This house is my house. You just live in it. The second floor? Why on earth are you letting someone else into my home without asking my permission first? You got the furniture and everything. Doesn't that mean someone is going to use it? Kyle, what on earth are you talking about? That was all a housewarming gift from Raven. Sandy, what are you thinking? What kind of person just gives someone a house full of furniture as a housewarming gift? Why would someone furnish someone's entire home as just a gift? Ask Raven! She was the one that said it was a housewarming gift. She said that that is what families do for each other. You can talk to her about it. I thought she was giving it as a gift because that's what she said it was. A gift. She never said anything to me about using the second floor. Why am I just hearing about this now? And through you? Well, that's what is happening now. And actually, when we got married, my mom gave us thousands of dollars to help us with the house. What does that have to do with all of this? What are you trying to say? I'm talking about my mom and what she's done for us. I have the right to speak up about things. The right to speak up? Wow, you and your family really are something. What are you trying to say about my family?
6 years ago, you couldn't even afford your own place in the city. I know that it's hard to live alone. I had a really good job that I left. The reason why I moved to my own place with an office was because I was given money for it. With that amount of money that I had alone, I couldn't even afford a place outside of the city. I got that place with my own money that I earned myself and with the money that we got to help us. But what makes you bring that money up now?
You should be careful with what you say, Sandy.
So what you're trying to tell me is that you want your sister to live on the second floor with us in our new home that I got for us. The one that you were hesitant about. And you want her to live in here for 2 years and 2 months? You decided to just let her come in here without telling me, without asking for my permission, and just start bringing in all of this expensive imported furniture?
You're the one that let it happen. You agreed to all of it. You accepted it all from her.
I told you she told me that it was a gift. She clearly wrote it on a note and everything. I'm telling you exactly what happened.
Either way, Raven is going to move in. That's not going to change. That's why Raven came in and secretly took out all of your stuff. It was all a big plan to replace it with the new furniture she sent you.
Who even came up with all of this? Was it you? I don't understand.
Me and my mom both made and arranged some things. We picked a time that we knew you wouldn't be home to make things easier.
How could you do something like this? How could you just do whatever you want with things that aren't even yours? And just who steals a house full of furniture? Are you both crazy?
You're calling me crazy? Who are you calling crazy?
Oh my gosh. Did you just throw a cup at me? You're throwing things now?
Yeah, I did. So what if I did? Anyway, just know that somebody is moving. No matter what you say, this is my house too. I can do whatever I want here.
Who says you can do that? Why do you think you can just do whatever you want with this place?
I can do whatever I want.
Who do you think you are letting just anybody you want come in here and just move into my home? Why do you think you have the right to do just anything, whatever you want, to my house? For 6 years. No, wait. Ever since I was 20 years old, I've been working hard on getting and saving money. This house is mine. I bought it with the money that I earned and that I saved. You weren't a part of any of that process, Kyle. I got the remodeling and everything done with my own money. You have not contributed anything at all. From the beginning, no one ever said it was going to be a newlywed home or something. I came in and told you that I had already bought it and everything. I did it all on my own. No one else is coming in here.
What do you mean? What are you even talking about, Sandy? Are you talking about Raven? Who?
I'm talking about Raven, your mom, your dad, everyone. No one is allowed in my home without my permission. This whole thing is over.
Okay, you're right. It was my fault for not telling you about everything in the first place. The wedding is going to happen regardless. It has to happen. This whole thing happened right under your nose. I don't know how you let it happen. And now you're talking about someone finding another place?
She can move into a one-room place if she wants to. I don't care where she goes, but she can't stay here, Kyle.
What do you mean a one-room place? How can any couple, especially a newlywed couple, move into a one-room apartment directly after getting married? That doesn't make any sense. You have to at least give people some time to figure things out when it comes to something as big as finding a place to live and moving. Whatever. Just first take all the furniture. Keep it here.
Why do you think I would do that, Kyle?
Are you really about to be like this, Sandy? Why are you asking that?
You know what makes me the most angry about all of this? You have all been basically mocking me behind my back this entire time. Who knows how long all of this has been going on? And the whole time, I know you have all been just mocking me. A housewarming gift? It was Raven's furniture for what she thought was going to be her new home this whole time. Wow. I don't know how I could have believed all of that in the first place. I feel so stupid. You all really fooled me. You all were tricking me and trying to take advantage of me for who knows how long. And I kept falling for it.
You're all awful people. What even is this? Now you're just talking nonsense. You're all awful. You really are all thieves. I can't believe you would all do this to a person. What did you just say? Did you really just slap me, Kyle? Yeah, I did. Why wouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? You're saying all of these things about my family and calling us thieves. Yeah, I did. Because you all are thieves. You're all disgusting thieves. You took everything that I bought with my own money to replace it with this new furniture. You and your whole family. I'm learning so much about you. This house is ugly anyway. All of that money for an ugly house? It's not worth all of this. Oh yeah? What were you doing while we were living in that other house? Did you ever earn any money or contribute to anything? If I hadn't been earning any money or saving, do you think I'd be where I am now? How do you think I got all that I have, Sandy? How much is your pay anyway, Kyle? I know you barely know anything to get by on your own. You think after earning the little that you earn, spending money on the things that you spend it on, you could pay for a place like this or afford any luxuries? You barely make enough money to do all of the small, silly things that you do. All you do is go out with your friends and drink and play billiards and goof off. You buy cheap takeout. You don't even buy good food. I don't know how you think you deserve to be an owner of this house. You barely contribute anything. How much have you contributed this entire time, Kyle? Just shut up, Sandy. Anyway, Raven is going to move in here, and that's that. Who says that she can? You know you already accepted the furniture. Look, Kyle, I even have the card that she gave me. It's right here. Just look at it. It says right here that all of this is a housewarming gift. Okay, whatever, Sandy. I'm not doing this anymore. Just accept it all. Accept everything. If you don't, we are getting a divorce. A divorce? Do you think you have everything that you even need to get a divorce? Why should I be worried about you divorcing me? If anyone should be worried here, it is you. Oh yeah, you know what? From today onwards, you can just sleep at your parents' house. You can stay with them. It wouldn't make much sense for a couple who is about to get divorced to live together. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Just get out, Kyle. Even if you told me that I could stay here, and even if you told me that you wanted me to stay here, I wouldn't do it. Why would I want to be here with you anyway? Sandy! What is it? What do you want, Kyle? Open the door right now, Sandy. What do you think you're doing in there? What would I open the door for? All of my stuff is back. It came early this morning. I'm trying to tell you that all of the stuff is here. I'm out here with the truck and the movers and everything. What do you mean the truck and the movers? This is our property. It partially belongs to Raven now. Your sister-in-law is about to move in. This is her place too. Now open the door so that we can move all of her furniture inside. What? What do you mean by sister-in-law, Kyle? Weren't we supposed to be getting divorced? I shouldn't have a sister-in-law anymore. Oh, and I left all of your stuff at the old place. What did you just say? Oh, and you, Raven, your mom, and the movers, and whoever can take care of all this new furniture and stuff on your own. None of this has anything to do with me anyway. Sandy, open the door. Open the door right now. What? Did you just come in here? What do you think you're doing, Kyle? You know this is technically breaking and entering. This is clearly vandalism. I'm going to call the police. Hey, 911? Please send someone. Send someone quickly. Someone is breaking into my home. What is going on, Kyle? Why are you here at the police station? What's wrong? Are you okay? Well, something has happened. What is going on here? There's a lot going on. I'm going to explain everything. What? Did all of that really happen? Are you being serious? You're being serious, right?
You can see it all for yourself. I brought the card she wrote and everything. Look at it! It's right here. And here's a picture of the second floor of the house. This is all of the furniture and everything that she said she was giving to me as a gift.
And she bought all of this together? This looks like the stuff that she bought while I was with her. We're supposed to be moving into a new place together.
Right? I know.
Kyle told me that he would rent the second floor out to us. The apartment is $500 a month, but Kyle told us a different number.
You're hearing how all of this information isn't matching up. Can you believe what I'm telling you now?
Wow, these really are the thieves. I can't believe I actually almost married this woman and almost became a part of this family. I almost got married into a family of thieves. I can't believe it. I'm so upset. I almost ended up spending the rest of my life with this person. I trusted all of these people. I almost had a child with this woman. If we'd had a baby together, that baby would have grown up in a house with a thief. They would have had to have grown up around an entire family of thieves. What would that child have ended up seeing and learning from these awful people? I can't believe all of this.
They wouldn't have been able to learn anything. Or they wouldn't have learned anything good. They probably would have just learned how to be a thief themselves.
Thank you for coming to me and letting me know all of this before it was too late. Thank you so much, Sandy. I almost got even more involved with this thief. You really helped me out. You saved me. Even while I'm looking at all of this evidence you brought and after hearing all that you told me, after thinking about all of the time that we spent together, I don't know how I can call myself a police officer. I'm going to call William.
William? Why would you need to call him?
I want to ask him if he knew about all of this. I want to know if he had anything to do with it. If he didn't, he needs to know. I am so disappointed.
I can't understand any of this.
What?
What are you not getting, Raven? You're apparently really smart. You've been fooling all of these people for so long. You're not being serious about this whole divorce thing, are you, Sandy? You can't be serious. You should be lucky that I'm even calling you by your name right now. If I should be calling you anything right now, it should be thief. What did you say? Just say what you came here to say, Raven. I'm busy, and I don't have time for you. Steve broke up with me, and it's all because of you and everything you told him. I can't believe it. I can't believe you would do this to me, Sandy. How is it my fault that he broke up with you? You're the one that's a thief. You know he hates thieves, too. You committed a crime while you were dating a cop. What happened to you was your own fault. You're the one who committed the crimes. You did all of this to yourself. Shut up, Sandy! Just shut up! I guess if anything, you did the right thing by being a thief and marrying a cop. I can't believe you thought it would last. Of course he found out. And after that, do you think you'd be able to be a cop and tolerate living together with and being married to a thief? Honestly, the breakup isn't the real problem. Wow. You don't even care that he left you? Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I don't have any regrets. I was with a man that couldn't do or think about anything other than being a cop. And he wasn't even a good cop. Look at all that I was able to do with him not even noticing. He had to find it all out from you. If it hadn't have been for you, he never would have found out. Well, of course you wouldn't feel guilty for stealing. You're a thief. You're probably going to end up regretting other things, though. What are you talking about? Well, first of all, you have a police officer in the family. You made a mistake. You can just think whatever you want, Sandy. Anyway, like I said, us breaking up isn't a real problem for me. And he wasn't even the reason why we broke up. The real reason why we broke up is me. I paid to have all of the wedding things canceled. I canceled all of it. Oh, is that so? That's too bad. Just ask. Ask me about it. Why? Why should I? What do I need to be asking you about? If you have something to say, Raven, just say it.
You're the cause of all of this, Sandy.
No, it's the work of all of you thieves. All I did is receive furniture against my will. How could I possibly be the cause for all of this? What are you? Crazy?
Who are you calling crazy? Whatever you say, Sandy. The furniture on the second floor hasn't even been used yet.
Yeah, because no one lives there. Who would have been using it this whole time?
Whatever, Sandy. I'm calling the movers, and they're going to come over to your house. You better open the door when they get here tonight, too.
Why? What do you think you're going to do?
What do you mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to have them come and get my furniture. It's mine, and I'm going to get it back.
That furniture is actually mine. I don't know why you think you have the right to steal it.
Yours? Stealing? What are you talking about? That stuff is all mine. I paid for it.
It was a gift, remember? You bought it all for me. You wrote it on the card and everything.
Who would give a gift like that?
Well, apparently you would. It says right on your card that you wrote yourself that it's all a housewarming gift. Thank you.
Well, I need it.
Why do you need all of that furniture? Your marriage is over.
I'm gonna put it all in storage and use it when I get married again to someone else.
Wow, you really do lead a miserable life, don't you? This is all so sad. Besides, you thief, you clearly gave all of that furniture to me. It was all a gift. You hand-wrote it on a card. I have written evidence from you. Just give up and leave, Raven. That furniture is mine.
You know why I did all of this, Sandy. You know I was going to use all of that stuff after I got married. I'm not getting married now, so I need it back.
I have never heard such nonsense in my entire life. You haven't given me a single thing since I got married. Since you said it was a gift, I'll use it well. Thanks.
You're making me crazy. I can't get married in the future like this. You've taken everything from me.
Look here, Sandy. If anyone is getting divorced, it's you and only you. You prevented my daughter from getting married. And you ruined someone else's marriage, too. Are you getting divorced, too? Yeah. Your father-in-law called me a thief. He said he couldn't live with a thief. Well then, why did you do it? What did you just say? You're not going to take responsibility for any of this. I got kicked out of my home without even getting anything. I can't make a living on my own at my age. Why do you think I should be taking responsibility? What did you say? Why do I have to take responsibility? Because you're responsible for all of this. I didn't do anything wrong. And remember, William even said it that day we were all together over the holiday. People who steal should all just leave. What did I steal? I didn't steal anything. You agreed to all of it. You were involved. You encouraged her to steal. You're basically as bad as she is. How am I supposed to live now? You and Raven are just alike. Why are you asking me what to do? Why don't you and your son and daughter come up with a plan together? They're like a group of 3 little thieves. Raven ended up getting hurt for all of the nonsense that she pulled. She got her wedding and her relationship ruined. I ended up getting paid. I kept all of the furniture and everything. She ended up having to pay her husband in a lawsuit and was kicked out of her home. I got paid for my divorce. The 3 of them, Raven, Kyle, and Martha, they're still arguing about the house and all of the things that they lost. My ex-husband says that we broke up because we argued too much. Well, I guess we did. But due to his verbal and physical abuse, the divorce was settled quickly and in my favor. For the first time in my life, I am living alone and in a big and spacious country home. I can see a beautiful river from my window. I thought about starting a business or something with all of the money I got, but I think I'll just live like this. I can make a living by doing my job at home. I don't really want to do a lot of work anyway. That crazy guy is back again. He's not setting a single foot in this house. How heartbreaking it must be to get divorced and kicked out. Yeah, just stand out there and scream and cry all you want, Kyle. Let it all out. Wow, the air out here is so refreshing and nice. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content.